Kickstart Kenny's back, but is there more problems? At Suzuki. Hey everybody, WALTY Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugar-coating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope you guys are all doing great. Who's ready to do a little moto whistle blowing as we examine the good, the bad, and the ugly as we read between the lines and look between the moto cracks as we're forward thinking. Critical thinking, not chasing the latest trending headline.
The most stacked field in history.
No! We got to give some real talk. So welcome to the show. I hope you guys are doing great. Today we're going to talk about Suzuki. We got the kickstart back on the bike. No electric start, it would appear, yet for Suzuki. We've got two camps over there. Again, we've got Kenny on Kenny Boy Island with Progressive and the Chiz and McElrath over at Twisted Tea. And it's kind of odd. We're going to go over and jump over here in a minute and take a look at the riders. And I thought it was really curious because for some reason on Instagram, when I checked out the post, and there's a link they tagged, they added Het Tea or whatever, Het Motorsports, and you click on their link and there's no account for them. Like, why even put a link to an account that's not there? Why? Am I missing something? If you guys know where the official page is or account for HEP, throw it in the comments, because whatever they're linking, it ain't there. We're going to go take a look at that in a minute. But the realities are this, friends. We got to talk about the realistic. I mean, this is big. Kenny had a great season for Suzuki last year. I'm sure they bucked up and paid a lot more money and renegotiated his contract and blah, 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 blah. But the realities are we got two teams over there under that Suzuki semi, it would appear, because you got Kenny on Kenny Boy Island with Progressive, and then you got McElrath and the Chiz. Mathis's favorite guy, the Chiz. The Chiz is going to chiz. Everybody likes the Chiz. Chiz is a nice guy. Gotta love the Chiz. But, and he's the stately veteran out there. But he's like, he's no, he's not going to do much. And I doubt McElrath is either. These are rides that they took because probably it was just the best offer they could get. But like I've said before, even with Kenny, I still can't figure it out. Because you don't ride the Suzuki because you want to, Kenny. And we know you told us, well, I like this. No, you ride the Suzuki because you have to. That's the case in Chiz. And McElrath's case, they have to. They had no other choice. Or you got paid. You got paid a gazillion dollars to do it. And so, right now, Progressive is footing the bill for Kenny. But the realities are this. Kenny had a good season on that bike last year. He did some good things on that bike, right? If they could get another year like they had last year out of Kenny, I'm sure that for them, that's a win. Because nobody's beaten Jet Lawrence except Jet Lawrence. Jet Lawrence will have to beat himself and let somebody else, basically win. He's going to have a problem. And I think in Supercross this year, while if you were a betting person, you would put all your money on Jet, you'd be an idiot not to. He just smoked everybody with the perfect season as a rookie in the outdoors, and he won the playoffs. So, he's got experience on the 450. It's not like he's coming in green around the gills. This kid's ready to rip. Ready to rip. But this is Supercross. One DNF, one malfunction, one mechanical, one Vince Freeze dive bomb. One incident away from having a huge issue out there. And Kenny Boy I believe Kenny Boy, based on last year, was about the only guy during the playoffs that showed us maybe he could run with Jet. But that was a big maybe, because I think even with that being said, the fact when he was hanging with Jet never turned on the afterburners. He never got really out of his comfort zone. We've never seen Jet kind of pushed beyond his limits yet. So we don't even know what that looks like. He's beaten everybody without riding past his limits. So that's a big one. But the bigger concern for me right now is Suzuki. That bike's underdeveloped. They threw a bunch of money at one of the biggest stars, which has basically just kept everything on a holding pattern. Their motocross program was in trouble prior to this. There was talks of them pretty much being out of pro motocross at one point, which would have been just catastrophic. That would be huge. So Kenny pretty much saved Suzuki at this point. Now, again, proof that there's no development in the bike is the fact that they're still running a kickstart. I mean, I just really don't know how that hasn't happened. I would imagine this is the last year we'll see it with that, unless there is a just disastrous season. Let's say Kenny gets hurt. Now they're stuck with the Chiz or McElrath, and the whole Suzuki program is just compromised and basically, done. That's how bad they need Kenny to stay out there. I believe if Kenny gets hurt and has a bad season, it ain't going to be good for Suzuki, the brand. So let's go ahead and jump over and take a look at who Suzuki has right now and what's going on with them. Then we're going to meet back here to wrap this one up. Let's get started. All right, let's meet Team Suzuki. Or is it Team Suzuki or actually something else entirely? Let's keep looking. Courtesy of Suzuki with HEP Motorsports tagged, excited to share with you our 2024 lineup. Ken Roczen will be racing for Progressive Insurance, while McElrath and the Chiz will be racing for Twisted Tea. Well, let's go ahead and jump over to the link of HEP and see what's going on over there. As we click the HEP Motorsports link, it takes us to an account that has no posts. Let's get back to the studio so we can wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back, and there you go. What do you guys think? So, first of all, I don't know why HEP doesn't have an account. Why are they linking HEP if you're just going to click on it and it says no account here? That's ridiculous to me. I mean, why don't these guys have an account? What are we missing? I mean, it's got to be something going on. Otherwise, why would you link an account that's not there? It almost adds insult to injury. And number two, it's clear now. It's clear as day what's going on. You've got two teams there. That is not one team. McElrath and the Chiz are not teammates of Kenny. They may as well be in a separate truck. In fact, last time when I was at LA Coliseum, when I went by there, I even recorded or posted or reported on it. They were way far away from each other. It wasn't like they were in the same camp. It was pretty clear. Now, that is just the only place that was able to house Kenny, and I believe from a financial standpoint, that's just the best they can do. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy. Wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. Shark infested. Suzuki, welcome back to the Shark Tank. It's getting real out there, in my opinion. You got no electric start. You got Chiz and McElrath, which I believe, you'll be lucky to get both of those guys in every main this year. I think a top 10 for either of those two is probably a tall order and not going to happen. All your hopes and finances clearly are on Kickstart Kenny. It was a fun season last year as we coined him Kickstart Kenny, and he ran with it, and it was kind of neato. It was kind of fun as he melted the internet in the offseason before he picked that bike. But now it's kind of put up or shut up time, and you've got the hottest guy that's emerged in a long time to contend with. So my guess is championship run is a long shot. You're probably hoping for at least some noise out there, a win, some podiums like maybe you saw last year. But I believe that's probably even a bigger long shot, because now you've got a bunch of dudes ready to make noise with Webb on a Yamaha, a lot to prove. Chase on the KTM, a lot to prove. Beast Mode, Tomac back, a lot to move. Hunter now on the 450, a lot to prove there. You've got a really tall order. I think a taller order than you did last year. But in the meantime, WALTY, with your help, will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way. Because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, I think you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. I'll see you on the next video.